Hello artists, today we are going to use crayons to shade a sphere and we're going to make some planets. Now, at school we're using chalk. So if you have chalk pastels at home, and I'm not really talking about sidewalk chalk, I'm talking about artist chalk that is colored, you can use that in place of the crayons. I just figured that most of you probably just have crayons at home. So, okay, this is a two-part project. So we're gonna do half today and then we'll do half next week. All right, you are gonna be making some planets, but the object of this is to shade your circle in such a way that it looks more three-dimensional. Instead of a flat circle, it's going to look like a sphere. So I'm going to show you how to do that with crayons. It's not as easy to do as if you were using the chalk, but that's okay. So the first thing you're going to need is something to trace some circles. In a variety of sizes is actually a good thing. So if you want to trace a few different circles on your paper, my mint was a good circle. I have this Germex spray that I could trace, and I would find something else. You probably want to make about 3 or 4 planets. Okay, then I'm going to show you just with one how you're going to shade a sphere. Make sure you can kind of see those. Okay, so when you're shading a sphere, and be sure to watch the video that I posted on the assignment that demonstrates how to shade a sphere. But basically you're gonna have one side that has the light reflecting and one side that has a shadow. Kind of like the pumpkins we just did. Exactly like the pumpkins. So you're gonna start with your darkest color, and I would just go ahead and outline, and you can choose any color family that you want. If you want a blue planet, then choose different shades of blue, and I even used some black. If you wanted a purple planet, choose your purples, and so on. Okay, so I've got my planet outlined with red, and I'm gonna go ahead and color just one side a little bit thicker, because this is where that dark side, the shadow side, is showing. So I'm going to make sure and show that. Okay, and then I'm going to take my second darkest, which is this red orange, and I'm going to color along the edge of the red. I'm even going to overlap a little bit and try to blend those two together. Like I said, crayons don't blend quite as well as chalk, oil pastels, things like that, but hey, they work. Okay, so I'm filling in a little bit more with the red orange. Then I can grab my orange, which is a little bit lighter yet, and I'm being sure to color over the red orange. I'm overlapping just a little bit to keep all of that blended. I could even go all the way out to the edge if I really wanted to try and blend these colors together. That worked. Okay. And finally, we're going to want to use our lightest, which this one is called Dandelion. This one's a little bit darker than the True Yellow. So I'm just using Dandelion. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and finish that up with Dandelion. I could have done another layer with the True Yellow, but I didn't. Okay, so there you go. You have shaded a sphere using crayons, but we're going to turn it into a planet. So you can put whatever detail you want on it. Like if, let's see, I put lines through some of them, which you could do to make it look more planet-like. You could do a ring around your planet. You could make one that, you could do the blues that are kind of shading like a sphere, but then you could use green and make the continents and make it look like an earth. it's really up to you what you do with these planets. And then next week, we're going to make a background for the planets and we're going to cut them out and glue them on. You don't have to cut them out yet. You can leave them on the paper like this. I just already have mine cut out for next week. So, like I said, 2 or 3, I'd probably do 3 planets, shade them to look 3-dimensional, and send me a picture of your progress on Seesaw, but save them because then next week we will continue this project. Okay, have fun, little artists.